Today, I will show you the HP OmniBook 5, a laptop powered by an Intel Core Ultra 7 255U processor. A laptop designed not so much for gaming, but for business productivity and the new AI era. I already mentioned the processor, but it also comes with 32 gigabytes of RAM and an Intel Arc 4-core combination, which promises stable performance and reliability in everyday use. Design. In terms of design, the laptop is sleek, stylish, with a slim profile and a weight of about 1.8 kilograms. Relatively light for a 16-inch model. This, by the way, makes it super convenient to carry without sacrificing the large screen. One of the most important things for me is that we have a full keyboard with a numpad. For business tasks, this is quite a huge plus when we need to enter numbers, work with Excel, or simply need to calculate our millions on the numpad. The power button is positioned right above the backspace, which is quite an unusual decision, at least in my opinion. And at first, I literally wondered where the power button was. The keys from F1 to F12 are by default for quick functions like brightness, sound, etc. And if we want to use the plain F1 to F12 keys, we need to press the FN button. And the most interesting thing is that the F1 button opens a special panel with emojis, GIFs, symbols, and even those old-school emoticons that we used to type with a combination of different symbols. The keyboard has a backlight that is super easy to turn on and off. With F12, you can directly launch HP Omen Gaming Hub and My HP. The touchpad is well-positioned and quite convenient for daily use. And last but not least is the Copilot button, which provides quick access to the Windows AI assistant. Display and multimedia. The screen is a 16-inch Full HD plus IPS panel with a 16:10 ratio and a standard frequency of 60 Hz. This may not sound impressive if you're coming from a gaming machine, but here it is completely sufficient because this laptop is designed for work, not for gaming. The matte finish eliminates glare and allows for comfortable work in the office or brighter rooms. The speakers are located underneath, on the left and right side of the laptop, and they are loud enough for standard use, watching videos, online meetings, music, and generally some work in a work environment. Connectivity and ports. OmniBook 5 comes with a rich set of ports for business and multimedia. 2 USB Type-C with 10 gigabits per second with power delivery and DisplayPort 1.4, HP Sleep and Charge. 1 USB Type-A with 10 gigabits per second and 1 USB Type-A with 5 gigabits per second. And, of course, HDMI 2.1, so we can connect a second monitor. And finally, audio. 1 3.5 combined audio jack for headphones and microphone. It is important to note, however, that there is no LAN port. You will have to rely entirely on a wireless connection, but fortunately, the laptop comes with Wi-Fi 6E, which is stable and fast enough. As you can see, the speeds are excellent, but of course, this entirely depends on your internet provider and the quality of the router, hardware, and performance. At its core, the laptop relies on an Intel Core Ultra 7 255U processor. It is from the new generation with an integrated NPU for AI acceleration. This means that future applications using artificial intelligence will be able to take advantage of the hardware optimization. The video card is Intel ARC 4-core, sufficient for daily tasks, multimedia, and I would even say light gaming, but we will talk about that a bit later. Yes, it is not designed for AAA titles, but it works for standard use. The strong side is the RAM. 32 gigabytes of LPDDR5 at 7,467 MHz. This is a huge plus for multitasking and professional applications, and with 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, you have fast and sufficient storage. Gaming tests. As I said earlier, there will be gaming tests. So I decided to try CSGO after all. I didn't really have high expectations, but I ran the game on minimum settings and on the benchmark map. I got an average of 84 FPS. At peaks, it reached up to 300, and in non-action situations, even up to 500 frames, but when I'm looking at the sky. Of course, this isn't realistic, but the average of 84 frames is completely sufficient. In other words, if you're really eager to play CS, you can enjoy it comfortably. With this laptop, you won't become a pro gamer, but most of you with another laptop won't become pro gamers either. But to relax after a tense business meeting, if you've been in lectures at the university or have done some work, you can easily play a game. Test with Premiere Pro. Besides games, I also tried editing in Premiere. I inserted 1080p gameplay. The video is with 50,000 bitrate. I sped up frames, slowed down, cut, and for a very simple edit, the laptop had absolutely no difficulties. Yes, if you add many effects, several 4K cameras, heavy graphic elements, it will likely get overloaded. But it's also very important to note that Premiere Pro is generally not the most optimized software. So, in my opinion, the laptop handles editing quite well and is perfectly suitable for some creative work. Battery and charging. The battery is not huge, but it has a very good extra HP fast charge. In about 30 minutes, you can charge the laptop up to 50%. This is super useful if you need to go out. You quickly start charging, grab the laptop, leave, and literally have a few more hours of life and can continue working without needing to be stuck to a power outlet. Conclusion: HP OmniBook, powered by an Intel Core Ultra 7 255U processor, is a productivity-oriented laptop. You get a modern processor with AI capabilities, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a comfortable keyboard with a numpad, a practical 16 by 10 display, stable Wi-Fi 6E, and fast battery charging. The downsides are the lack of a LAN port and the limited video card for gaming. But if you are looking for a business laptop with a large screen, a lot of RAM, and readiness for the AI era, this is a model worth considering.